Welcome to another episode of Keeping It Real. Today we visit the Museum of Us, located in the heart of beautiful Balboa Park in San Diego. We also meet with a few visitors to the museum and some musicians playing in the park. Travel along with us as our journey begins.
Okay, here we are back again at our favorite spot. This is Balboa Park. We're in the Esplanade here, which really has great acoustics. And we're going to hear those acoustics in just a few seconds here. We're talking with...
Hi, I'm Mark, and this is...
My name is Keon.
Nice to meet you, Mark and Keon. Awesome. And you guys are going to play a little tune for our viewers. And whenever you're ready, we'll let her rip. Wow, you guys are sounding great. Thank you so much. Yeah, applause, applause, applause. Let me ask you now, how long have you guys been doing this? How long?
This is, I think, our third time here at the park. At least now, Kenyon's been here for a couple
I've been playing here since 2021, and really as a guy that pretty much grew up playing in many marching bands, a few community bands. A lot of times this trumpet would be collecting dust in the closet, you know? So I moved here in 2019, and when I got here, I met a gentleman that was playing saxophone over here, and he invited me to join him.
You just want to get out there and play for the people and just bring some music to, just bring some good things to this world.
You said it. All right. Well, Chris, here we are in front of the Museum of Us, and we were lucky enough to find James here at the last minute, and he's agreed to be interviewed just briefly here. And tell us a little bit about the Museum of Us, if you would.
Sure. Well, welcome, first of all. Welcome to the kind of western entrance of Balboa Park. And the Museum of Us, as we've been known since 2020, this has been a museum site since the park opened in 1915. So there's always been a museum here on site. This building, really iconic in San Diego. A lot of people think it's a church or that it was originally a church. It was designed to look like a church, but it was never a church. And so it's been a museum since 1915, and it's really started out as a very traditional anthropology museum. And over the years, we've really moved to be a museum that's really about like community voice and really having the voice of all kinds of different communities throughout San Diego, especially, that may have not have always had their stories told. And so we're trying to really be a platform for those communities to tell their stories. And so that's really kind of the short version of what the museum is about. But some of the really fun things to do here are, for example, we have tours of the California Tower, the iconic California Tower. And so it's a really wonderful experience. You can climb up to the viewing deck, and along the way you hear some great histories of different communities in San Diego, and then you really get the best view, I think, of, in the entire city.
Well, James, how long have you been doing this for the Museum of Us, your part in doing this?
So I've been here, it'll be 13 years in November. So I've been here a while and seen the journey of the museum from what had been San Diego Museum of Man to Museum of Us. And also we have a really great membership program called Membership on Us. And with the purchase of a single day admission, you get actually access for the whole year. So you can opt in, and it's called Membership on Us. And so purchase, 1 day admission if you come on another day other than that Tuesday, and you can come back all year for free.
What a great opportunity. And you guys write that down. You got to come down here. Museum of Us right there. James will be here most likely. So please come on down, viewers. And thank you so much, James, for your time.
Thank you.
Layla, thank you for taking time to be on Keeping It Real is the name of the show. Now, tell us, what brought you to this particular museum today? What have you found interesting about this?
Well, I am a San Diego native. I haven't been to a lot of the museums since I was a lot younger. We wanted to come by the museum. It looked interesting. I don't know if I've been here before. It's terrible to learn about how people have been treated throughout kind of America's history, but I think it's very important to know these things and learn about these things. I think also talking about the displacement of people, especially like the indigenous people in America, is very interesting because on the first floor they talk about the Mayans and they talk about the Kumeyaay people, and so it talks about, also in here it talks about the displacement of Native American people in America and how, oh, we've passed this legislation, and also how things such as tests of intelligence and IQ tests were based in very racially biased methods. So it's very interesting to learn about.
Well, thank you so much for your viewpoints, and visitors, you have to come down here. It's the Museum of Us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate it. Well, here we are inside the Museum of Us, formerly known as the Museum of Man in Balboa Park. And I'm talking with Carla and Alex. Thanks for being on the show, keeping it real. We're glad that you guys took some time. So tell us a little bit about why you're here, what you've discovered, whatever you can tell our viewers about this that may want them to come down and see this.
Well, I think it's a pretty interesting museum. We are just visiting from, here in California, and I thought it was pretty neat to just come and bring the kids so they could look and see, because you don't have time to look at all the museums. So
That's
I
true.
thought, since it's Tuesday, I said, why not? Let's just take them.
How about you, Alex? What have you learned today?
I learned lots about races and how much of money they make or net worth.
I want to count that.
Right? Which is pretty neat. That's what we're all talking about, how crazy it is. And that's based on 2000. Who knows? It's different now, probably. But yeah. Yeah.
My eyes are fixated on the
Yes, I
on the
know.
money. Chris will have to get a shot of the money tank.
Yes.
Lots of money in there. What is it exactly? How much do you think is in there?
Oh, I don't know. Probably, I don't know, 2 million? I don't know.
Are those all
They're 20s.
$100 bills?
No,
No,
they're
20s. They're 20s. Well, Alex, what's your best guess on how much is in that tank?
70,000.
Good idea. Good idea. Michael Garcia, thank you so much for giving us a treat out here. All of Me, that's one of my favorite songs. All of Me. I almost heard Satchmo, Louis Armstrong, singing along there for a while, but what a great tune. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate your being here.
You're welcome. No
You guys come out here and see Michael Garcia. You got to do it. Write that down.